When adults are depressed, they typically feel down, alone, just daily life becomes hard. They don't enjoy what they love. And a lot of times they retreat from life. They pull back. They don't go to work maybe as often, or they don't go into social activities as often. But for children, it's a little different. With children, unless they have a fever, they're going to school. So children tend to be more irritable than sad when they're depressed. They act out, they break down, they push back, they try to control, because in a lot of ways, they feel out of control. They can't control how they feel. They don't enjoy what they're doing. They don't enjoy playing with their friends like they used to. If your child is a little older, they may not choose to hang out with their friends like they used to. They may be more in their room, more than what you would typically expect for an adolescent. It's like they pull in, like they're a shell of who they are. You're kind of wondering, where did my child go? Because this definitely isn't them. For younger children, you may see the stress and depression as tummy ache, more somatic symptoms. They may have trouble eating sometimes. They may not feel like eating at all. You also will see this in their sleep patterns. It might be harder for them to fall asleep, stay asleep, or they may start waking up too early, or they may start having more nightmares because they have more worry thoughts or negative thoughts. So with school for children who are depressed, you may see one of two things. Either what's the point? I don't care. I don't want to do this anyway. They disengage from homework. They don't really care about studying for the test. Or they become so hyper alert with school, fearful almost of making a mistake, kind of more perfectionistic tendencies, because their guilt, negative thinking is so hyper vigilant at that time that any mistake is magnified. Depression affects the whole brain, and this really impacts your ability to pay attention and retain new information. And so this also really affects school as well, and that looks a lot like ADHD. So depression is misdiagnosed as ADHD a lot of the time. And so what you might notice is it's really hard for them to pay attention and concentrate in class. Teachers may notice they're feeling more distracted, less engaged with their peers, kind of pulling in, like I said before. Or this could be they're not learning like they used to. They're not absorbing information like they used to because the prefrontal cortex, the thinking, learning, memory part of our brain, isn't as online when we're depressed. Everything is depressed in the brain, and that impacts learning as well. So there's medical depression, where the brain isn't working as it should, and therefore we have depression symptoms. And then there's situational down, sadness, that often can be categorized as depression. And situational depression is where something big happens in your life and you are reacting to that. But it could be a friend is changing schools or a friend is moving, and that's a big loss for your child. This can also be when you guys are moving your home. If you notice there's a lot going on in your life and a lot of change, and during this last year there's been a lot of change, then your child just could be reacting to everything going on. So it doesn't have to mean your child is medically depressed. It could just be situational. But whether it's medical or situational, your child still needs support. Your child still needs a place to process through what they're feeling and increase their amount of coping skills, increase their awareness so that they can feel empowered to do something about it. Learning these skills at a young age is so powerful, because then they can use these skills for the rest of their life, through all the transitions they're going to go through all the tough situations they're going to go through. You know, life doesn't happen in a vacuum. And so one way to empower your children and help them and support them is to get them in a care and counseling relationship where they can have space to feel, have space to process, and learn the coping skills they need. At home, you can also offer this. At home, how you can support your child if they're going through a lot, or if you feel like they're medically depressed, is making sure you allocate 10 to 20 minutes a day with them for free play. Not structured, not a game, no rules. It needs to be just, I'm with you to do whatever you feel like doing today. So if they want to play a game, join them, but let them choose. Let them make their own rules with the game. And what this does for the younger children is it helps them feel like you are with them, you see them, and you care about them. Children work out what they feel through their play. So they may play something kind of weird with you. Play along with it, engage with them. Don't try to change saying, are you sure you want to do this? Or don't you want to play with this instead? Just follow their lead. And oh, you want to play with this now. And oh, I see you're doing that with this doll. And just see where they go with it and follow them. For the older children and adolescents, it's just presence. I'm here with you. I care about you. I think it's good for, as a parent, to remember to take some pressure off yourself when it comes to how to talk to your teen or what to do. because there isn't some magical speech you can give that's suddenly gonna fix it. And so let's take that pressure off of ourselves of doing that. Think about if you go to a funeral for a distant relative where really you're going to support the wife, the child, the spouse of the person who just passed away. And a lot of people ask, well, what do you say to that person when you see them? It's not so much what you say in that moment, because they're probably not going to remember. But what they are going to remember is that you were there, that you gave them a hug, and that you cried with them. That presence of, I am here with you in your darkest moment. I am here supporting you because I care. That's the presence, that's the tone of voice, that's the body language that we want to give a teenager if they're going through something hard. It's not, I'm here to tell you what to do or give you advice. It's, I am here for however you need me right now. I am going to be patient with you being a little bit more edgy, because teens tend to be really edgy when they're down. It doesn't mean we let them get away with some bad behavior. We still set boundaries, but we maybe set boundaries in a caring way. Hey, I know what you're going through is hard right now, but that's not okay. Maybe offering them support in the moment, but then later saying, I know what you were doing was asking for help, but how about you try it this way next time? Because treating me like that is unfair. So you're teaching them, helping them learn how to reach out for help and support. But at the same time, you're giving them the support in the moment they need it. You're not shutting them down in their moment of need. Because a lot of times when we don't feel good, we don't act good either. So it's having some patience for that with your teenager, but at the same time creating a structure and a good place to learn what to do in these kinds of moments, because there's going to be moments where they're going through something hard later in their life as well. So how do you reach out to your spouse? How do you reach out to your friends? How do you talk to your employer? All that matters. And so this is a teaching moment. So seeing it that way can be helpful. Also, if your child's going through depression, it's good to know, how dark are their thoughts going? Are they starting to have suicidal thoughts? Thoughts of death or dying, thoughts of taking their own life? We're going to be coming out with a video going into a lot of detail, because that deserves its own space and time on how to talk to someone you care about who's going through suicidal thoughts. If we've already launched it, the link will be right here, and when we will launch it will be in the description below. If you feel like your child needs support, we're happy to help. That's what we're here for. We're happy to help you find a counselor in your area, or we're happy to serve you if you're in our area. So in the description below, you'll see information on how to find a counselor for you, information of how to get in touch with us, how to schedule a time for us to call you when it's most convenient. If you're interested in seeing more videos on mental health and seeing tools to work through depression and anxiety, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That will take you to our YouTube channel, where you can see all of our videos that we've posted on mental health, and you can see new videos as they come out. I look forward to seeing you in our next video.